All right, I'm back. I'm gonna have to do some editing on this, I think, because I stopped the video when I just tried to pause it. But my intentions, for Emmanuel Jimenez, stay smart. Chop the legs with the inside low kick, catch his jab and time it with my inside low kick. Use teeps, and then use the teep fakes to throw my 1-2. I can use my teep fakes to change the range and throw my elbows. And I want to defend everything. Don't let him get anything for free. I want to take his spirit from him. I'm going to use hard shots attacking the legs, the body, and the head. That's going to make him nervous because I am the danger. I want to show him my level. I'm not them. I check everything. And then just, some things for me, I am powerful, I am fast, I am smart, I am elite, I use my eyes. I'm the best fighter on earth. And just these are the things that I wanted to do. And I feel like I did, I chopped the legs really well. He was limping after, which was really nice because I was perfectly fine after, which is crazy. That's like another thing like that's so weird with fighting. Like sometimes it doesn't go your way, and you still like I wasn't injured, but I saw him limping, which is insane. And I did chop the leg with the inside leg kick, and I did use my teep really well. I used my jab cross really well. I used my boxing really well. Um, I just didn't get enough time in the ring to really do everything that I wanted to do. Um, and again, hostile environment, hostile environment. It was really weird because like I was doing my thing, and like of course I was tired. Um, And going into the second round, like I knew I was down one, because I had got swept, a few times. And really, that's the big one. I got swept and I hit the ground too many times, and that's automatically points. You're probably never going to win the round if you hit the mat. Period. Whether it's a sweep or a drop, that's unless you are really dominating the round. Um, that's something I just know from studying Thai scoring and stuff like that. But yeah, like going into that second round, I was told, use your boxing more. Like, don't use the jab to the body so much, because I was getting low and I was getting close to being kneed in the head. That's actually one thing I'm super proud about is again in the gym. I've been messing around with getting super low and timing my head movement with that knee, and to be able to do that in the fight was really nice. There was a few things that I did, especially in that first round. I think maybe like the first 30 seconds or first minute. I used like a jab to the body, and then I pushed him against the ropes, with a forearm, and I stole that from Keyshawn Davis. Even if it looked sloppy, because I mean he fights at 140, so typically he probably weighs around 160 something. I mean 165, let's say that. Uh, and I weigh that was the heaviest I've ever been, and I weighed like 140, a little bit less than that, and I maybe fought around 133, 135 maybe. Um, but typically I fight at 125, so to go up from 125, that's three weight classes: 132, 135, 140, or 137, 140. Depends on what sanctioning body, bro. There's so many different rules, but yeah, that forearm, it looked ugly, but I'm so proud of it because I wanted to use it in the fight, and I'm proud of myself for that. A lot of the things that I did, I wanted to do. Um, and now just going into that second round, I was told to use my boxing, and I started using that double jab cross, and started using the double jabs more. Um, and I was told to kind of like keep my posture tall, but that's not really my style. I don't really keep a tall posture. I keep kind of like a boxer's head more forward on that lead foot. One, it allows me to check off my rear side easier because my back leg is always light. but it also allows me to give a false sense of how close to my opponent I am, and that's how I slip so many punches. That's how I get away from so many punches because my head seems so close, my back foot is so far. When I go to move my head, I'm really going back to a comfortable space, which isn't what most people would suspect. And I was just told to kind of keep my posture tall and use that more traditional style tie, which is understandable. It conserves energy, and if that's what you guys do in your gym, then it makes perfect sense. It's just that's not what we do in our gym. We're heavy boxers. We use the hands a lot, and like kicking is like an afterthought. If I can hit you 4 or 5 times around with some punches, you're probably gonna be fucked. And that was like it was just again like coaching differences, but then I don't want to just like try to blame it on anything external because I was not prepared. Period. Like period. So I don't want to end up saying like all this stuff and then it seems negative on any sort of coach when really at the end of the day I didn't have the skill set to do what I needed to do and to fight how I always fight. Um, so yeah, and yeah, man, it was so weird. And I talked to the guys in the gym about this last week and this week. Just don't make any deals with yourself in the ring, and this is where that the mental pathways and finding those pathways and making sure you're training the right amount or more because I made a deal with myself and that caused me to lose. Um, and I never had more conversations with myself in the ring than that fight. Like again, like I felt like I was just normal. I didn't feel like I was Deuce Almighty. I felt like I was Deuce Carter, and that's a problem. Um, it was just yeah. How can I explain it? When I was hearing the corner calls, I was like, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know if I should do this, and I was just having so many conversations with myself and I had never done that before. And like it was giving me mental lapses. They'd be like, posture. I'd like be like, should I? And then I get cracked with a cross. And then like, you know, I made this deal with myself, bro, that ultimately led to the end. Um, I just was like, I'm a wait it out. I'm gonna wait for like the last 30 seconds, last minute. I'm just kind of gonna let him. I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna start to like use my jab to get some distance, and then he started like attacking my body a little bit with like a jab cross and like a hook to the body, which are good body shots. Um, and I just was like, I'm just gonna wait it out till the next round, and like the next round never fucking came. You know, ah, the next round never fucking came. And don't make any fucking deals with yourself in that goddamn ring, man. I was like, I'm just gonna play defense for. I'm gonna catch my breath. I'm gonna play defense for 30 seconds till the next round. I'm just gonna back out. I'm gonna let him attack. I'm gonna like I just need a breather. And as soon as that happened, everything went downhill. I started backing out. He started walking me down as if I was hurt, and then he just kind of like started trying to put that pace on me. And I was like, okay. And the ref gave me that 8 count, and he just counted to 10. Like I never got to the next round. Like that was the worst decision probably ever. You know, I don't believe that he was skilled enough to just beat the shit out of me. Like I'm too good for that. But with some help of the ref, he can get a TKO. And that's what happened. And again, I don't want to blame it on like external forces. I can't say that, like I fucked up big time, period. not being prepared, and then not being prepared didn't allow me to 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 go to that dark place that we go to before the fight. You know, I wasn't able to get there because I hadn't at the time been mowing the path down by hard hitting pads and by running really far and long and by shadow boxing and by doing my strength and conditioning plan. Like I wasn't training my body and my brain to go to that dark place. And when the time came, I made a fucking deal, and the opportunity never passed that fucking deal, you know. And that's why you fucking that's what the life of a professional is. Like I learned it, I understand it, like I get it. Um, yeah, man. But my brothers won, you know. Christian got a win his first time internationally fighting. He didn't get knocked down not once. Jag broke a dude's face. We got to live it up in Mexico. We got to walk and go to where people told us we shouldn't be going. We got to go to like a nice steakhouse and like freaking multiple miles away from our hotel at like 10 o'clock at night, 2 days after Mexico was burning via cartel. Um, we treated ourselves as if we were Mexican, not as if we were tourists. We never ate at the same place twice. We ate at mom and pop shops. We spoke to people. Um, we we tried our best to be of the land and not be, treated like we were not treat this as if we were like on some fancy vacation. We were at home. Um, we even got tattoos. Shout out Monterrey, man. Monterey with the moon, the crown of Monterey, the mountain range, the crown. Um, yeah, it was a really wonderful experience, and I'm proud of us, man. I'm happy that we're still grinding. I'm happy that we're still doing this shit together. Um, and I'm grateful. I'm super grateful to be able to do this regularly and do this with people that I care about and travel the freaking world, bro. I fought in Scotland. I fought in Mexico. I'm about to fight in Thailand. So yeah, yeah, it's real. It's actually happening, and we're really doing the thing. I made a bad decision, and it happens, but we get better, and that's what they mean by like it's not a loss, it's a lesson. It's still a fucking loss. It's shit on my record, but I learned a bunch, and it's gonna make me that much better. It's gonna make me 10 times better. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to Monterrey. Shout out to RFL. Yeah, man. We ended up getting tattoos, man. Shout out 7-9 Tattoo Studio. Because we talked to him on Friday, the day before the fights, on weigh-in day, and and he doesn't open on Sundays, and he opened on Sunday for us, for me, Jag, and Christian to get tattoos from 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. because we got there at 10:45. We got out of there like 9:30 at night, and I'm super grateful for him for like opening the shop and being able to accommodate us. Like again, they treated us like we were fucking family there. Everyone treated us so well. Um, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Um, but that was my Monterey experience. That was my Mexico experience. It was amazing. It was amazing, and I'd do it 10 times over again. Um, Especially if I'm running. But that's episode 2 of season 2. Uh, Maybe I'll name this Monterey Mo. Uh, but yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'll meet you guys at the top. Peace out.